Hello vetmates! Isang araw na naman ang ating ilalaan upang matuto sa mundo ng veterinary medicine.
Alam mo ba, ang bawat hayop ay may iba't ibang uri ng reproductive tract, mapahugis, orientation o struktura man. Ito ay totoo mapalalaki o babae. Interesting, no?
Bagamat may pagkakaiba o kaya ay similaridad man, iisa lamang ang tungkulin nito, pakikipagtalik upang makabuo ng tinatawag na offspring.
Kaya tara, ating aralin at tuklasin ang reproductive tract ng babae at lalaking kuneho.
May suka na may animal.
Go!
Let's start our discovery with the box urogenital system. The anus is part of the urogenital system, and behind it is the copulatory organ, the penis. The penis is a muscular cylindrical organ covered by a loose skin sheath extending beyond as a prepuce, with a cup-like tip called the glans penis. The penis has 3 spongy columns around the urethra and 2 above, surrounded by tunica albuginea. Elastic areolar tissue around these columns contains blood vessels and nerves. During sexual excitement, blood fills the spaces, causing the penis to become stiff and enlarged. The 2 wrinkly sacs you see now are the 2 scrotal sacs that hang down from the abdomen and contain the testes at puberty. These sacs are externally covered by thin, hairy skin. Next are the testes. They are oval in shape and are light pink in color. Their sizes are naturally relatively large, averaging to 15 by 35 millimeters. The testes, initially located near the kidneys, descend into scrotal sacs at puberty. Unlike most mammals, rabbits and rodents retract their testes into the abdominal cavity during non-breeding seasons due to temperature differences. This descent is facilitated through the inguinal canals, which remain open throughout life. The inguinal canals connect the scrotal sacs to the abdominal cavity, allowing for temperature regulation, essential for sperm development. Next is the epididymis. It is a highly convoluted tubule along the inner surface of the testis, consists of 3 sections: the caput, corpus, and cauda epididymis. The caput, connected to the testis by vasa efferentia and to the abdominal wall via a spermatocord, facilitates sperm maturation, while the corpus epididymis, the narrow middle part, links the anterior and posterior regions, aiding in sperm transport and further maturation. On the other hand, the cauda epididymis, connected to the scrotal sac by the gubernaculum, stores and nourishes mature sperm, preparing them for ejaculation. The urethra is a large canal that leads through the penile organ to the outside of the body. It is the connection point at which the 2 vas deferens ducts converge from the left and right sides of the body to connect at its upper end. The urethra opens at the penis tip. The organ you're seeing next is an accessory organ, the Cowper's gland. A pair of Cowper's glands located anterior to the prostate gland on the urethra produces a secretion that neutralizes acidity, safeguarding the sperms. Another accessory organ is the prostate gland. A large dorsal prostate gland is positioned at the uterus masculinus base, opening into the urethra through numerous ducts. Its white and alkaline secretion activates passive sperm. The urinary bladder is part of the urogenital system. It is a muscular sac containing the urine, which it releases through the urethra. The vas deferens transports mature sperm to the urethra, connected to the penis. From each testis cauda epididymis, the vas deferens, a straight muscular tube, emerges. It travels along the inner side of the scrotal sacs, enters the abdominal cavity through the inguinal canal, and then curves over the ureter. Eventually, it opens into the seminal vesicle above the bladder's neck. Next, you'll see the tubular structures in the male reproductive system that support the testes in the scrotum, the spermatic cord. Each cord is sheathed in connective tissue and contains a network of arteries, veins, and nerves, and the first section of ductus deferens, through which sperm pass in the process of ejaculation. Another tubular structure you'll see is the ureter. The ureter is part of the pathway of urine. It connects to and stores urine in the bladder and then later expelled through the urethra. Last is the kidney. The kidney is part of the urogenital system of the male rabbit. It removes nitrogenous waste from the blood and excretes them as urea. Kidneys are bean-shaped organs with a dark red color and are located in the abdominal cavity. Shifting our focus to the female reproductive system, rabbits present intriguing distinctions. The female reproductive system of a rabbit is a duplex, unlike in carnivores and mammals. A duplex uterus characterizes rodents and rabbits, where the uterine horns are completely separated and have separate surfaces opening into the vagina. In rabbits, the ovaries are located outside the abdominal cavity and ovulation is induced by copulation. Copulation immediately triggers the release of eggs, distinguishing rabbits from mammals where ovulation is often spontaneous. Additionally, rabbits exhibit distinctive and energetic copulation rituals such as leaping and circling, setting them apart in reproductive behavior. These adaptations reflect specialized features tailored to the specific ecological and reproductive strategies of rabbits. Starting with the anus, it is a urogenital orifice and part of the vestibule. This leads the urethra. The uteri unite along the median line, creating the vagina, and is situated above the urinary bladder. This passage merges with the neck of the bladder or the ureter, forming the urogenital canal or vestibule. It extends ventrally to the rectum and opening externally through a slit-like aperture, the vulva. The cervix, on the other hand, acts as a barrier that protects the upper reproductive tract of the females. The cervix is a dynamic structure with a high capacity to adapt to different events in the female genital tract and acting as a barrier to retain the fetus during pregnancy, and at the end of pregnancy, dilating to allow a normal delivery. A long, thick muscular and glandular section is called the uterus, specifically the uterine horns in rabbits. Both uteri are connected to the abdominal wall by a mesentery. Fertilized ova are implanted on the uterine wall and the developing embryo remains attached by a placenta. It is followed by a coiled, narrow, glandular and internally ciliated fallopian tube. The broad ligament holds the uterus in its normal position within the pelvis and maintains the relationship of the fallopian tubes to the ovaries and uterus. It's composed of the mesometrium, mesosalpinx, and mesovarium respectively. Last are the ovaries. The ovaries are paired and are attached to the dorsal abdominal wall behind the kidneys. Mesovarium connects them through a double fold of mesentery. Ripe ovaries exhibit Graafian follicles with developing ova. The histological structure includes the stroma, cortex with various follicles, and medulla with vessels. Together, these organs, along with their unique features and behaviors, provide a comprehensive view of the intricate reproductive strategy of rabbits, showcasing the wonders of nature's design.
May natutunan ka ba ngayon? Chuy, no?
Yun lang! Bye!